YouTube friends. It's been a long time coming, me doing this meditation, A True Lover Meditation with Mal, so welcome. Drawing the Circle Productions has been around since 1998 when I started the company. And my spiritual path has, of course, been highly influenced by that, right? Full commitment, right, to bringing people together with spirit, which is Drawing the Circle's tagline, whatever you want to call it, mission statement. And of course, I've had a lot of relationships as a result of that, both professionally as well as personally. And even before that, the idea of true love is something that, was pretty much raised with, thanks Disney. Thanks to Disney for that. And so, of course, being a divine feminine empath, first wave of ascension, whatever you want to call that, professional intuitive, seriously a Pisces moon empath, the emotional aspect of life, particularly the healing aspect, the shadow work, all of the emotional healing work and all of that stuff, has often in my life been applied in the romantic venue. And so I'm going to give you a little background about where this came from, sort of doing that right now. But before I do that, I want to lay down a couple of what this is and what this isn't, okay? This is a meditation, a process, one of a bunch that I have experienced over the past couple of months, bringing me into contact with the other soul in which I share a true love contract. Not quite a soulmate, definitely not a twin flame. If you know me, if you know my channel, my definitions of those are pretty clear now compared to what's out there. No, true love is a different deal altogether. And, I have workshops on Vimeo if you want to check out the Path of True Love. Would eventually like to turn that all into a book. But as I am still learning and enduring the hero's journey on the path of true love, that's why I do the Path of True Love readings on the channel. It has certainly been an interesting ride, an interesting journey throughout. So what it is not, this is not trying to get somebody. This is not a meditation and manifest your soulmate. Honey, all that stuff is scripted. It's written into the divine plan before we're ever born, right? Before we ever come in to play these roles in these bodies, that stuff is already written into the quantum, and yes, a near infinite variety of strings and probabilities and all of that. So this is actually to rise above all of that. This is not a manifestation technique. It is a meditation to bring you to a place that I was brought to as a result of some recent heartache this past year, though not directly romantically involved. Save that for another time. But one that really brought me to such a deep place where I made the prayer. Where is he? Right? So much. I've been running this company essentially by myself for 23 years, right? And being a professional witch, it's not like it's an established industry, right? So a lot of working nights, nights working late. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate in your own way, particularly if you're single. I can't imagine why somebody who wasn't single, or maybe someone who's not happily partnered, those people I could understand watching this, but it was as a result of that this process was brought to me, and it's only one of many. But here's the tea, all right? So I started doing this. I was inspired by a quote, one of the lines from A Course in Miracles. Yes, I'm a miracle witch. I claim that fully. No tea, no shade, no pink lemonade, right? I love A Course in Miracles. I just changed the gender of the words. It just clicks for me big time. From her to him, from father to mother, from God to goddess. But there is this line that has none of that in that. And it's in the workbook, 365 lessons in the workbook. I will be still an instant and go home. Now, I don't just mean the place where you grew up or, your current address. I mean home, home, home. Where in truth, we never really left. We're only pretending to be here, right? Pretending to be mortal human beings in meatbag physical bodies. and yearning and burning for that sense of home. And one of the ways that we tend to want that sense of home is with a lover. A lover. And I will say, you know, I came out of the closet in 1984. Yeah, 52. I don't have my thwarping fan, damn it. I know I don't look at things. I'm 52, right? And I've had a lot of experiences, twin flames, soulmates, a lot of false love, and little brief moments of true love. Now, I have experienced true love with my mother. I mean, my mother and I truly love each other, but I wouldn't necessarily call that what we're doing here, right? No, where's my guy? I mean, I have had my share of lovers, probably more than my share of lovers, because, you know, I'm diligent on the path of Virgo. My virginity grows back by daylight. So, you know, that thing of really in for a penny, in for a pound, right? Looking, searching, but also allowing to see who the gods throw at me. That's actually in my scruff profile. Seeing who the gods throw at me today, right? You, him, right? So that process of dating and all that has just been nuts. I mean, I have had so many men lie to me. I mean, to my face. I even dated a compulsive liar who I have nicknamed Dr. Evil Ex-Boyfriend. Wait till that book comes out. Woo! Just waiting for a couple of them to croak so I can write those books. And you know, and is very much the point of this, right? No matter what you've been through, looking for true love out here in a world that really engenders codependency, right? Abuse, neglect, all those ego wounds, really engenders the constant treadmill, as it will, of relationships, and to connect with the soul and the higher self of your true love partner. And it's not about finding out who they are. In fact, that's the freeing part of it for me. I can do this process and others that have come to me and experience him. I'm going to use they and them to the best of my ability in the meditation just to keep that gender neutral. But I know him, I feel him, and I will be still an instant and go home. Brings you to the higher dimensions where we always exist, right, outside of time and space, and he's always with me. Now, on that level, we're not necessarily very gender specific either. So it truly is a soul contract. But the true love is different. True love does conquer all, but it has to conquer all inside of you first, right? And inside of them. And the tea is that last week, after doing, you know, my videos for the day, I have a schedule, Virgo that I am. And I was like, oh, let me meditate on the couch. Well, I fell asleep. It happens, right? Like I said, I'm 52. It does happen. There's only so much coffee you can drink in a day. And I had a dream, but it wasn't a dream. And I never remember my dreams. With what I do for a living, you think there's room left in my subconscious? No, it all comes out during the day, right? I had a dream, and it was a very, very simple but very, very powerful dream. And I'll tell you real quick. It was a dating dream. It was not a sex dream. It was a dating dream. It was a date dream. I've never had one of those before. And we were walking by, like, I can only say, like, I have a Stop and Shop, like, practically around the corner from me. But, you know, it's never, like, just the Stop and Shop or a Kroger or whatever the big supermarket is, the big super, whatever you have market. Right? This is like a bagel store and a pizza store and, you know, a dry cleaner and all that stuff. And we were just, like, walking, right? And he was in a T-shirt. I mean, I saw him clearly. He looked an awful lot like Tom Hiddleston, but I have a feeling it's not Tom Hiddleston, right? And that's the point. This is not like to get info and then, like, hunt them down. That's not how this works. True love is written. But here's the thing. We were having such a good time. And all of a sudden, he sort of pushes me against the wall and kisses me in public. A man has never done that. I'm of a different generation, right? It's like, oh no, you took your life into your hands, even if you, like, looked at each other the wrong way, right? Well, the right way, but, you know, to onlookers, right? Yeah, scary shit for a gay man back then, and still now a little dicey, right, depending on where you live. And it was wonderful. And it was a full-on kiss, and it was perfect. And here's the best part. I sweep him off his feet, like one arm under his arm and one under his legs, like literally lifting him. It was very officer and a gentleman. Too bad I wasn't wearing a hat. Dipper Winger, Richard Gere flashback. And he was light as a feather. He was light as a feather. And I said, oh my God, you were light as a feather. And it wasn't until I woke up and I had forgotten none of that dream, like I remember all of it, that I knew. It's like that was him saying to me, I come to you unencumbered, enlightened, whatever that means. He's an enlightened master. You don't kiss like one, although I don't know what an enlightened master kisses like necessarily. But it's like that's the background. So like here I was kind of going to my version of heaven, which I call the Elysian Fields. That's where I'm going in this meditation. You do you. Like wherever you go, right? Yeah. And so as a result, that dream came, and now I have a face to put with it when I go to the Elysian Fields, right? I will be still an instant and go home. There he is, and he's always there. And I know it's not my imagination because he says things that I was like, I would have never have thought of that. So here you go. Now, you may notice, Virgo witch that I am, I've got quite a bit of accoutrement on the table here, right? I got a candle lit dressed with, what is that? Basil and lotus oil I've dressed that with. I've got some selenite on the table here. I've got some candles lit. So, you know, if you want, you can absolutely bring this into your spiritual practice. I kind of check in with him every day because it's lovely. It really is. Everything you need is within you. Well, so is the love. It is within you. And this is a way to tap into it, to tune into it, whatever. But of course, I do love totems, touchstones, and tools. So, you know, touchstone, I'm selenite. If you've been watching my channels when I use the Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno, there's quite a bit about healing relationships and reconciliation with that, as well as I have my torch of Archangel Ariel, Torch Ariel as I call it, which has a big old chunk of rutilated quartz in it, which also is about telepathy and sending information and receiving information as long as it is sought for and sent with love. Thank you, Tony Carmine Salerno, bless your heart. I was like, I got a chunk of that. So, you know, I've got my totem of Aphrodite here and my totem of Eros. So you can't see him. Yeah, I got really comfy. No cutoff t-shirts. No high fashion, although I am wearing a micro suede black hoodie because it's so comfy wumpy. So, yeah, it's not that this isn't serious. It's true. Right? It's true. It's something that you don't have to force. And it's certainly something like the first time I did this, just going home was enough, basking in the radiance of the divine. We'll get there. But then to add him in as a component, that he was always there all along, just waiting for me to remember. So, yeah, you do you. You need a touchstone, you want a candle, you want a crystal, just something like a reminder, like a string around your finger. It's like, yeah, in any given second, I will be still an instant and go home. To him, to her, to them. Cool. All right. Standard Mark Angelo Lyons meditation intro. Please get yourself comfortable in a position you can stay in for a couple of minutes. This is not hours long, but once you learn it, once you get in, you can find your way back and go back whenever you want. Cool, cool. But I think just to be ethical and honorable, I had to tell you what this is and what this isn't. This isn't a love spell. This is actually allowing your nervous system to experience the energy of true love, fifth dimensional and above true love, and more importantly, anchor it into physical form and bless all of life, not just the humans, all of life. Got it? Please take a nice deep breath. And just do that for a minute, right? Just breathe. Nothing fancy. You don't have to rebirth yourself, right? You don't have to Wim Hof. I already did before this. And scan your body. You know, for any place that feels tight or tense or uncomfortable. It is safe to be in our bodies, particularly in this time and in this place. So just settle in. And like a spotlight going from the top of your head down, just check in. Do whatever you need to do to get physically comfortable, you know. You don't have to sit in any intense yoga positions if you don't want to, but if that's your gig, that's your gig. Just so that the body can be at rest. Not that we lay it aside. We're not going anywhere. We're going in somewhere. The kingdom of heaven is within the heart. So if you let your eyes gently close, take this time to just focus on your breath and relax. Because you can't be anywhere else but here and now when you're focusing on your breath. And the point of power is always in the present moment. Truth is always here now. Love is always here now. And it takes truth for true love to manifest. And I am recommending that line from A Course in Miracles. Just know what I mean when I say, I will be still an instant and go home. I will be still an instant and go home. I will be still an instant and go home. And see in your mind a golden light, maybe just a tiny little sparkle. But as you breathe, and as you gently focus and relax, it grows in size and brilliance, filling up the entire scope of your inner vision, enveloping us. So it is everywhere in all directions. And just bask here a minute as you breathe. Even if you don't visualize, just the willingness to experience the holiness of the instant. And whatever you feel is what you feel. Is now this light that goes on in every direction begins to take on a form of endless fields of grain. No sun in the sky, because everything here glows with golden light from within. Even the green leaves on the trees glow golden. The golden hour, eternally here. And this I call Elysia, the Elysian fields. My dimension of heaven. For heaven has many mansions. But wherever you are, you are. Wherever you're drawn to, you are drawn to. And acclimate. There is no time here. An endless space. Endless light, a land of grace, where grace is the foundation, not the ceiling. And the presence of the divine is obvious. For when we are here, we glow with that same golden light because we've never really left. It is here we are truly awake and we dream of a life on a planet called Earth, where there is separation and longing and yearning and hurting and healing. Here, outside of that illusion of separation, there is just love and truth. A golden field of true love. And I hear the grain, the susurration, the rustle of grain in a gentle warm breeze. Where I sit, the green grass like velvet moss, supporting and comforting. And a scent of perfume in the air, a sweetness, the essence of heaven. And so I ask our collective pantheons of guides, masters, teachers, gods, goddesses, saints, angels, totems, healers, ancestors, and higher selves to form around us a force field of light, containing and protecting this moment. That all information and energy that exchanges between us and our true lovers does so clearly, cleanly, and for the well-being of all. We're ready. We're willing. And God's willing, we are able. And feel them next to you. Them, him, her, them. Always on my right. It's like sitting next to someone on a park bench. And I'm going to speak words, but you speak the words that come to you, silently or aloud. Hey, thank you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being. I know you're real now. And I don't need to know who you are. You might be someone I've already been with. You might be someone I've never known. It doesn't matter right now. This is enough. It's nice to be here with you. And it's nice to know that here, we're always together. And we have always been together. You have always been with me. I love you. I don't know who you are really, but I love you. Thank you. Find me. May you be blessed with all that you need to find me in this world of separation and illusion and chasers and runaways and codependencies, and cut through it all. May the path between us be cleared by grace, that we may find each other in the perfect time and place, and according to the divine plan and its fulfillment. That when the kiss of true love passes between us as it did in that dream, this world will heal a little bit more. So you can kiss me again and it'll heal a little bit more. that there's no need to lie or pretend or play games. That the games we play will be the games of gods and angels, of lighting up this world with our love, and conquering all that need be conquered in its own time, place, and way. I love you. And every time I talk to you, it's like my heart gets squeezed in the best possible way, fusing the broken fragments together into something stronger, something wiser, something true. I can't not love you. So find me. And let the dance we do here commence in a world in desperate need of more love. Until we meet again. I love you. And take a minute and hear any responses, feel any responses from them. Thank you. It's not that I can't wait. I've waited this long. Even if we've already danced together in the world. Find me. For the well-being of all. And with harm to none. As we will it. So let it be done. So mote it be. I love you. And breathe. Let the image fade, because it's not that you're leaving home. You're just coming back to this world. Third and fourth dimensional reality, with fifth dimensional reality anchoring more and more every day, integrating the third and fourth. And take your time. Breathe yourself back into the here and now. Wiggle fingers, wiggle toes, and as you're ready, open your eyes and come back into the room you're in. It's a real good thing I took off my makeup from recording earlier today. So that's it. All right, true love does not need cast circle, call quarters, jaw down, holy regalia, although I got plenty of that. But there it is. And that's how I found him. He found me the first time, and now every prayer, every meditation, I can feel him. And you know what they say, if you want a law of attraction, this whole thing, the only reason you want this person is because of how you think you would feel. Well, now you have a way of feeling that without needing to know who they are, right? Can't be more unconditional than that. You find me when you find me. We find each other, okay. But I don't have to look outside anymore. He'll come. And if you're a divine feminine, we're the magnetic part of the electromagnetic. Just saying, right? So, thank you so much for watching. Now you go back and watch those true love and those soulmate reads and go, oh, that's what he's talking about. And sooner or later, I will get back to doing, I haven't done them in years, a true love collective read. Because not everybody here on the planet is necessarily here to manifest true love. That's just true. And what if there are only 144 true love contracts on the planet at any given time, lifetime after lifetime, keeping this planet in balance? Well, nice work if you can get it, but a hero's journey if ever there was one. So, thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, like it, you won't subscribe, comment, share, all that jazz. It has been my honor and my pleasure. And you know I'm gonna edit this and then grab my grab my rocks and go talk to him again. Well, before I go to bed at least. Thank you. My honor, my privilege, my darlings, my friends. Now, farewell and blessed, blessed be.